Hi everyone! Welcome to Souped Up Recipes. Today we're making shrimp toast, also known as Sesame Prawn Toast. It's a popular dim sum that you will order in Hong Kong tea house restaurants or comes as an appetizer in Australian and American Chinese restaurants. Originally, this recipe is a mix of Chinese and British influence though. Very interesting and delicious. So let's get started. You will need some shrimp. The fresher, the better. Do not use pre-cooked shrimp. That will not work well in this recipe. The supermarket I went to does not have peeled shrimp today, so I have to do it myself. Luckily, they are already deveined and easy to peel. Oh, by the way, I got a tip for you. You can buy smaller shrimp for this recipe because it is cheaper and it does not affect the final product. I like to use a heavy-duty cleaver to smash the shrimp first. I'm sure you all had this experience before, that your ingredient always turns to fall off the cutting board while you are chopping. Smashing the shrimp first will make sure they stay on the cutting board while you're hand chopping them. And yes, you can use a food processor to do this step. The final taste will be the same, just the texture will be different. I will show you in a second. Don't need to chop them to super fine. A machine will grind the meat into a paste, but when you do this by hand, you will get these nice little shrimp bits. That makes the difference in texture. It is not difficult to do this at all. Only takes 5 minutes in chopping or even less. Now, let's season the shrimp. 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 2 teaspoons of oyster sauce, half teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of grated ginger, 3 cloves of garlic, some white pepper to taste. If you want, you can use black pepper. Keep adding 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch, few shakes of sweet paprika or any other chili powder that you like. Drizzle in 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. Last, adding 1 egg white. Egg white will add moisture into the mixture and help to bind everything together. And don't waste the egg yolk. Use it to make my General Tso's chicken. It's delicious. Mix everything until well combined. And keep stirring the meat within one direction for about 5 minutes. All the liquid should be gone and the shrimp meat becomes sticky. Cover that and let it sit in the fridge for 20 minutes. While waiting, let's prepare some vegetables. Bamboo shoot is one of my favorite ingredients to put into the shrimp toast. It gives you a nice crunchiness. You can look for it in some Oriental markets. I tried to buy it on Amazon, but it was too expensive. So, if you cannot find it, you can use other vegetables to replace it, such as water chestnut, cabbage, lotus root, or just simply skip it. Not a big problem. Slice and dice them. We only need a small amount. The rest of it, you can save it in a jar and put it in the fridge. It should last you a couple weeks. Besides bamboo shoot, carrot is another great vegetable to provide crunchiness. You just do the same thing, slice and dice it. For the aromatics, I'm using a bunch of cilantro and 2 pieces of scallion. Slice the white part of the scallion in half, and that way you can dice them finely. Now, take the shrimp mixture out of the fridge and dump in all your vegetables. It looks like too much veggies. If you're a meat eater, you can decrease the vegetable amount, but I like to balance my diet, so it's up to you. Nobody can force you to do anything. Mix them well. Switch to a rubber spatula and scrape down the side of the bowl. Now you're ready to take out your toast. Yes, the most basic white toast. I saw many recipes tell you to trim off the edge of the toast. Why? I don't like to waste food, so I will just use it the way it is. This recipe is enough to make about 8 shrimp toast. I'm just gonna line them up on the cutting board. Grab some of the shrimp mixture, put it on the toast, spread it out. Trust me, you don't get this much shrimp in the dim sum restaurant, even though the money you paid is enough to buy 2 pounds of shrimp. The benefit of making your own food is that you know exactly what's in there and you can put as much meat as you want. For those people who are on a keto diet, you can use eggplant slices, shiitake mushrooms to replace the toast. It's a popular style in Hakka cuisine as well, very healthy and delicious. Now comes to the exciting ingredient, sesame seeds. It doesn't need to be toasted because we're gonna pan fry them anyway. If you store your sesame seeds in a wide open jar, it's a bit difficult to sprinkle them out evenly. My little trick is to use this flat lid to cover the jar but leave a narrow gap. Then it is much easier to sprinkle it evenly. Look at that. I haven't even started cooking yet and my mouth is watery now. Oh, don't forget to press the sesame seeds down so they stick to the toast, because you don't want them to fall off while pan frying. You can tilt the shrimp toast and give it a few light shakes to see if there's any sesame seeds falling. If not, you're good to go. I like to cook it in a heavy-duty cast iron skillet because it responds to the heat evenly. I saw a lot of recipes tell you to use ½ inch of oil, so you can sort of deep fry your shrimp toast, which is like a restaurant way to do it. But really, all you need is a generous amount of oil to cover the bottom of the pan, because bread can absorb lots of grease. If you use too much oil, you will end up having a toast that is soaked with oil. Trust me, I had that before. It was not a pleasant meal. Place your shrimp toast in. The light is a bit dark. It's quite hard to see, but it is nicely sizzling now. Fry it on low heat or else it gets burned easily. It will take about 3 minutes on one side. Shrimp is easy to cook, so you just go with the color. Once it is nice and golden brown, you can flip it over to fry the other side. Still keep the heat at low because we want to slowly toast the bread side. Look at that. Nice and crusty. Oh, by the way, did you notice that there's no sesame seeds left in the pan? All I did was press the sesame seeds down before pan frying. Sometimes a small movement makes a big difference. Okay, let's get back to the shrimp toast. You saw me use so little amount of oil, but check this out. You can still get that crispy sound without deep frying it. Doesn't that sound amazing? Cut it in any shape you like. In the dim sum restaurant, you usually get a bunch of different dim sum as breakfast, but it is hard to do it at home because dim sum is complicated to make. This is what I do to complete a breakfast. Few pieces of sausage and a perfectly cooked egg. Look at that. Who doesn't want that to start their morning? For those who are busy that they don't have time to cook in the morning, I got another tip for you. They are freezer friendly. You can make them during the weekend and freeze them separately. Whenever you want to eat them again, don't even need to defrost. Just directly fry them on medium-low heat until both sides are golden brown. Quick, easy, and delicious. As always, the recipe is in the description. I hope you give this a try soon, and I will see you next time. Bye!